Okay, so we have a pause to replay review here with our boy Pingaling. So we're going to be taking a look at a Storm game, which apparently I have already downloaded the replay of.
It's one of our games that we played in the league, so...
I guess I must have watched it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Weird.
Okay. Oh wait, you're looking at a different game.
Looking at a different game?
It looks like it.
Oh, you know what? I think you're right. I think I copied the wrong one. Yep, totally did. Okay.
Oh, you copied the one from the homework.
Yeah.
That would make more sense.
Watch replays. Search for match IDs. Okay, yeah. There we go. Download replay. All right. So, we had given you some homework. Be like, okay, when you are stronger in terms of a draft, when like, you're playing a backline hero and there's no catch, when you're playing a frontline hero and they have no way of killing you, basically when the enemy has no way of killing you, right? Then you still, like, I don't know if that's actually the best way of putting it, but like, I guess this is it. Like, it's like when you have a draft advantage, itemize towards not losing. That's a good way of putting it. So like, when your hero can pump out a shitload of damage, don't itemize for more damage, itemize for survivability. Maybe that's a better way of thinking about it in terms of tangibles.
Yeah.
I think you were spending a little bit more time in jungle than needed to and not putting enough map pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And then, probably not relevant for this replay because it's a win. When you're behind, you need to split push, force a TP, and then group up with your team and then get some kills. So let's take a look at this game and see. We're probably just going to look at, what were your items really quickly. And then we will see how well you played the map. And then we'll try and look in for, see if you did those things well enough and if you still need practice on them. And I think we'll probably ignore items no matter what because, like, okay, let's look on you're the Storm here, right?
Yeah.
So were you against a DP mid?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. Like Storm, like you against this team, you're really worried about like Grimstroke, Lion, DP. It's like they have a shitload of CC and a shitload of instant CC that's gonna fuck you up. Like if you get leashed, like that's really like you might accidentally get leashed, right? They might like leash the Timber Saw and you might blink in and then get leashed and you're fucked, right?
Yeah.
So like there's a lot like so I'm gonna expect like lots of survivability items from you. Like a quick Orchid is probably fine, especially if you're dumpstering lane, because like you do want to get those pickoffs. But then beyond that, this is probably Orchid BKB, or at the like if you're really greedy, then Orchid Yules.
Mm-hmm. And I totally agree, but that is not what I did in this game, and I knew that I should have done that, but I itemized way greedier because I just could this game without being punished for it.
And so. I mean, that'll like if you're playing against a better team or a different team, then like that's that'll get you in the long run.
Mm-hmm. I totally understand. I just didn't do that in this game because I didn't feel the need to because of lower average skill of the game, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, when you're stomping, you can definitely have like when you have like so much HP, that's like survivability in itself. So you don't really need the BKB. But like as a general rule of thumb, the best way to finish a game, and like let's say you're like 23 minutes. You have like a 15k gold lead. The best item to finish a game is a BKB. It's not a Bloodstone. It's not like an AC. It's just like just fucking dive, pop your BKBs, and just like use your spells, and you're so far ahead.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Let's see. Okay. When the fuck does this guy reconnect?
You should have known.
Are you guys gonna play the game?
It'll go to the end of the pause.
What'd you say?
For the first one. The jump ahead thing right under the 10 seconds forward backwards. Yeah.
There you go.
That one, they went a little too far.
Went a little too far.
But, yeah.
Alright, well you're winning this lane already. This dude's just AFK. Alright, this is good. This is what we're talking about, like keeping the lane kind of like in this position. So I think you're doing this a lot better this game. We didn't give it a homework assignment, but like keeping the lane here.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing a great job. So like this DP, yeah, like you're gonna have such a huge level advantage on this DP. Nice. This is great laning. This guy's just like not here. Like,
Yeah.
He has 12 CS, like quadrupling his CS. Yeah, I was about to say, you can just kill him. Yeah, so I was thinking about that. I was thinking you probably need to shove lane. Alright, so right now, you know, you're in a bit of a pickle. You know, you're stronger than them, but you don't have enough resources. So, okay, this is a good play.
Stupendous.
Yeah, is it 2 bounty runes there?
Yeah, there's 2. I left the other one though, but didn't want to show that I had more bottle chargers, so I bait them. And it worked out, kind of.
Force
Using
rotation.
the jump ahead feature twice here, we'll skip the bottles.
Nice, dude. Nice, dude. Learning.
So that one I actually would have gotten the kill, but I missed uphill on an overload attack and then used another ability.
Oh, you keep getting fucked on these. Oh, nice. Best storm item. Let's go. Okay, so like now we're starting to enter the mid game. So now I really just want to see, you know, like how are you pressuring the map? You know, you haven't really TP'd. And I think Storm can probably TP if it's a good opportunity, right? I'm not sure. Like the bottom right now is getting dove. You're choosing to hit the tower. I'm not. Okay, you take a quick glance there. But this is good pressure. Like you're forcing this gyro. Maybe he overextends. Maybe he dies. But like good pressure. You're about to get fucked. And very nice. You become the fucker.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we decided to give mid to your Lina, and you know what makes you want to do this play?
Well, Liam wanted to go on the top, or Bibleman.
Who's Liam?
Bibleman. Doxing him again. My bad. So used to it. The Timber Saw.
Okay.
I was like, okay, but there's a Centaur, and I can't really do too much against the Centaur right now. But I guess with you here, I can because you know Timber Saw melts strength heroes.
Yeah.
So so we were gonna go on that, but then I noticed that the Lion and the Grimsoak showed up, and I was like, wait, we should just kill the supports because we saw them, right? And he said, okay, but then he started going on the Centaur and said he was gonna turn, but they didn't. So it was just miscommunication thing, I guess. But it ended up working out, kind of. So.
Okay. All right. So let's just think about this for a second. You know, I like this play. Like, given your this is totally good. Like, giving a mid laner or fog, great. Totally good play, right? So, on your team, who do you want? Let's say Lina's level 6. Who do you like? Your Winter Wyvern's level 6 and shit. Who do you want to gank with you?
Probably Lina.
Probably Lina, right? You need this thing. Fucking slap somebody, right?
Oh yeah.
What does Timbersaw want to be doing right now?
I mean, applying pressure.
Yeah.
I
I mean, you have no items on this Timbersaw. So like Timbersaw, like you know, has reactive hammer. So like this guy, Ceres. This is where the Timbersaw should be playing. Like this is not the support's fault for being here. This is the Timbersaw's fault for not being here. Okay. And Troll is doing exactly what the Troll should be doing is like farming triangle, shoving lane, farming triangle, shoving lane. And you as a Storm, you know, your goal is to basically get your Orchid, and the rest of your team is going to be, you know, like your lean. I mean, really, you got this Lina, you got this Winter Wyvern. They're pretty low impact supports in terms of like setting up ganks. Like you have no reliable stuns except for you. Yeah. So the only way things are going to happen are you blink in, you know, do some shit, Lina follows up, and then Winter Wyvern saves you. It's probably what happens, right? I mean, Timbersaw is like, you know, Timbersaw should be right here, basically.
Yeah.
Like, then making space and kind of living and, you know, just baiting everybody to kind of come fuck with him. So, like, this play's bad. at least you're going for a play, so that's nice. But like the reason the play is bad is because you have like you're so much stronger when you get Orchid than and you're already like #1 net worth, right? So like keep farming until you hit your item.
Okay.
And like only take good opportunities. Like you don't want to force things, before you're strong. You want to force things when you're strong. So like if your Timbersaw says, oh, let's go gank this guy, and like you need to be like, no, I can't do that. Like it shouldn't be you going uphill. Preferably you should have a pause 4 who can kind of walk up, or a pause 5 who can walk uphill.
Yeah.
But like whatever, So hope you learned your lesson. Don't listen to like if it's a bad play. I mean, like maybe it works out, and I guess it does work out here. Kill the line. But like it doesn't work out for like.
If they were better players, it would.
Yeah. It's still not the best play. Like Troll doesn't want to be doing this. I mean, he eventually kills, so it's kind of nice. So it's all okay. And you get this like whatever. It worked out. Nice. You just kill this shit. Let's go. Oh, that's so big.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This is good. Now you're gonna be able to farm all of this. But like, I like this pressure, right? You can kill this wave, maybe. Maybe this guy should. Yeah, like, so this is definitely more pressure than you were putting on before. Yeah. It's a little hard on Storm. Like Storm actually really wants to just be deep jungle gamer for the most part.
Yeah.
Over here now.
But like, this is good. You see 3 people mid. You're not really somebody who can defend like a tower very well. Like you guys, okay, so you guys are going in. So I want you to jump this back line.
Yep.
We hit this guy. Nice. Nice. All right. What's your next play? Runes not spawning. Close to close to Orchid. All right, you get lucky. Maybe not lucky, but you get it back.
Stupendous.
Pushing out top. Let's hit this creep wave. Like, you're still #1 net worth. It's like your farming pattern is definitely good.
What happened here is I wanted to go on him, but Selena said to wait for her, so I did.
Which was a good play.
And then, yeah, I agree. And then, but we figured out they had vision because of the one.
So like, let's go back to here. In this, so in this situation, like it's not gonna be very good to like fuck, where's the gyro? Here we go. Okay, so like in this situation, it's not gonna be good to go on this gyro because like
I'm not gonna be able to kill him without an Orchid.
Yeah, 100%. And like you're gonna lose all of your health and all of your mana, and he's gonna lose all of his health and all of his mana, and it's not really a good trade when you're ahead. Yeah. So like what you should be doing is like coming in and bullying him out of lane. So not like committing to him, but this would be like what good map pressure is like come out here and like literally just like smack him, push the lane, maybe even ignore him, make him use mana, like that kind of stuff.
Okay.
That's gonna be like a way to. It's like it might not actually like. I don't know if you can bully this gyro because like
I wasn't sure because I was a little bit worried about the missile because I can dodge it, but like if I fuck up dodging it right and he has anyone behind him, I just die. So
totally agree. But like say this was like a PL or some other carry.
Yeah.
Like you're just gonna instead of fully committing on him, you're just gonna go and be like, get the fuck out of here.
Hit him in the face a little bit.
Hit him in the face and be like, if you want this farm, you're getting smacked. I'm level 12. I'm gonna fuck you up. Like that that type of mentality is gonna go like you'll see pro players do this all the time. Is like there's gonna be there's a core matchup and that's gonna the 1v1 of the cores is really gonna determine who gets to own the good farm. And this is a great farm for the gyro. The gyro would love to be here. He'd love to farm all these like really high efficient camps. Yeah. If I'm on. So let's say if I'm on a Luna and I'm against this gyro, I know that the gyro can out pressure the Luna. It just has it's tankier early and flat cannon is fucking crazy. Rocket barrage is fucking crazy. Yep. But if I'm on a Slark, I can just come up and smack him and smack him and smack him, and then it can go region and I can smack him and smack him and smack him. I don't know the matchup that with like a Storm versus a Gyro. I only know carry matchups for that. So
I know in this matchup specifically that there's pretty much like, if he's farming creep waves like this, I can just jump him because his flag cannon isn't going to do much to me because I'm going to dodge most of the attacks just by zipping. Sure. And same with the you know, splitting of the rocket barrage. But the missile is pretty much what decides it because you know, Storm obviously can dodge missile pretty easily. But if I don't dodge it, and he has anyone to follow up, I just die. So that's why I was, you know.
All right, we see a fight breakout bottom. Let's go player perspective. This is great, dude. You know, like this is totally great. Like you shove the wave, and now you know you force 3 people to like the very top of the map, away from you, away from your team, and then you use your TP pretty effectively. It's like it's pretty slow Orchid. Like, you know, you hit these nulls instead of the Orchid, and that's just something to like. That's something to really think about in terms of itemization too. Is like, are these nulls worth it? I don't know if they are, but like, you're making a huge trade-off. Like this was the difference between a 12-minute Orchid and a 17-minute Orchid. Is you're purchasing of these nulls.
And my idea behind the nulls with this game anyway was one, I thought the Death Prophet was going to try a lane a little bit more because usually that matchup isn't so one-sided, right? And then 2, I was planning on being a lot more active early, right? Because our Timber wanted to fight and everything, so I figured having the boots and the nulls before the Orchid would be better. But in hindsight, I think I probably could have gotten away with just going like ground boots, 1 null, and Orchid, having like a 10-12 minute Orchid just dominating.
Hard idea going after Timbersaw. Or sorry, is that chart? Where the fuck that line go? Oh. Yeah. Alright, so in terms of pressure, like, you know, one thing to work on, for sure, is like when a creep wave is under tower, and I mean like literally under tower, it's not always gonna make sense to go back to the tower.
Yeah.
It's
sometimes just cut it.
Just cut it. Yeah. Because like
my idea there was the troll was closer and he can't get to the creeps of the tower.
Sure.
So I just wanted to let him farm here and then do that, and I'll take the creeps of the tower and then farm towards like mid and top. But
like you got 2 CS and like 3 creeps of experience, and like it's just a little more efficient to cut.
Yeah.
Nice. Your troll says, "Let's kill this tower," which is the wrong play. The right play is Rosh. This tower is far away from Rosh, but whatever. Like, if you guys just gave this team a way back into the game by attacking this tower. So like, if they see, "Oh, you're going for a fucking tower," like if you guys are against like like I don't know 7K players or something, they would say, "Nice, these idiots are fucking bottom. Like, let's go Rosh." And then they pop ult. They have rocket barrage damage on Rosh, and Rosh dies in like 4 seconds.
So it's funny that you mentioned that because actually I remember specifically during the comms in this game, I said now we should do Rosh because I know Troll Warlord is really strong at doing Rosh, right? So, but they were convinced that we weren't strong enough to take Rosh.
Yeah, and that's what you're gonna get when like that's just like this prioritization of objectives is like. The prioritization of objectives is like a very like MMR like specific thing. So like as you become a better player, you start recognizing what objectives matter more, and like this objective down here is like super like not important. Yeah. Because
my idea of objectives anyway is like the most important tower is the T1 mid because that gives you the most control of the map. And then secondary is the safe lane T1, right? Because then you can take over the jungle, and then after that you want to take Roshan and then take a T2.
So I'd probably say this tower is usually
ideally that's much
Rosh.
easier than the mid T2, but it also kind of depends on just the state of the game. But generally the top or safe lane T1 and then mid T1 and then or T2 I mean. But.
Yeah. So like you're saying, this tower probably the most important. This tower also like extremely important. Now you're not normally going to be able to get Rosh without killing this tower. Yeah. Because this tower is a close TP spot, and it also
there's also outpost.
So, in terms of your progression, this is what you need to die. Unfortunately, you can place good vision here, which like covers a substantial amount of paths. Whereas like it's actually quite much harder to ward this area. So like, you know, you're not going to want to push this tower. You're not going to want to push this tower. And you basically, these towers are so easily defended that you need Rosh. You need Aegis to take them.
Yeah, I agree.
So all right, let's continue looking at your impact in terms of lane shove. So yeah, definitely, you know, I like BKB's the item here, for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like I said, we were kind of vibing with this game at this point, so I just read it out. I went for the Kaya. I was planning on getting the Kaya then the BKB, but then I just hadn't died or been punished enough, so I just greeted even more and went for the Bloodstone.
So Sari's gonna save your ass.
Yeah.
I like that you went in, but yeah, like 100%. Like you needed to BKB this game. Like this is how you throw. Get out. Troll needs a BKB. He's going SMY first. That's a reasonable. Uh oh. Yeah. So yeah, 100%. You know, like this was a really shit move. We're not talking about team fight stuff, and I mean, I think you guys know this is a shit move. The reason you did it is because when you guys had the decision to, you know, like, okay, I like taking this tower. It's easy, right? You secure, set up high ground, whatever. That's fine. The problem though is like, what are you gonna do now that you have this tower down? Is like, you know, you guys are feeling strong, you're vibing, or you're saying, you know, you guys want a 5-man. It's just like... Okay, so right here, right? This is easy Rosh.
Yeah, I agree.
You get your
That's
team,
what I was calling at this point.
Easy fuck Rosh. Okay, so like here's how you get your team to Roshan. You walk into the pit. You say, I'm gonna do Roshan, and if you're not here, if you're not running at me, I'm gonna destroy my items.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
So you just fucking take your team, and you're like, I'm gonna destroy my items if you don't do what I fucking say. If you see 2 people dead and you have the opportunity to do Rosh, go do Rosh. Like, it's a little scary. I mean, like, realistically, this lane should be pushed out first.
It's really not that scary at all. I mean, but yeah. Like, pushing that lane, I agree, should happen. I would ideally want to push that lane and have, like, the troll grab the DD and go take Roshan, but nobody was close, and they just wanted to take the T2, so that's why I did what I did. But.
Yep. So, I mean, 100% Roshan is the play here. And I'm giving you a rule of thumb. I think I've told Ceres this as well. You can't push this tower without Aegis.
Totally
you can. Okay, I guess you guys are going to kill this tower, right?
Yes.
Because 2 are dead.
We don't kill this. This is also another situation, though, where we would not kill this tower if they were better players.
Yeah.
So.
Like, you can't go mid lane tower without Aegis. You guys also don't even, like, siege the tower or anything, so, like, I'll try and bring up execution.
Okay.
But, like, okay, you get it. It's a team game, so it's definitely a little bit different than, like, you know, pub and looking at your individual play.
Yeah.
I like to TP back.
Radiant's middle tower.
And just get back to fighting form earlier. These guys overextend. Let Centaur blink out. No, alright, now it's Roshan. It's 2 dead.
Finally.
Bye, Roshan. Go do Rosh.
Stupendous.
No.
Yeah. So, I guess the main question I'm asking is, should I be more... Because, like I said, I've been wanting to Roshan this whole time, right? That's what I was calling for, but people were making other calls, and I just kind of let them take it, right? So, personally, I'm used to being the lowest MMR skill player on the team, not the highest. So, should I just be more vocal about what I think is the right decision? Okay.
And, like, you gotta, like, if you know it's the right call, like, it's your responsibility to be like, no, this is the right fucking call. Like, we'd be so bad if we didn't roast the 2 dead while we're all by the pit.
Okay, yeah. I agree. I've been told that making any play is better than making no play as long as you do it as a team. So I just let them go with like the majority decision.
Yeah. And
I'll do more of the I'll break
true.
my items if you don't listen to me.
I mean, yeah, definitely 100% be like, no, you gotta save that for, like, you know, very, Like for like opportunities
like
when you
Rosh
know
on
you're
one
right. Like
easily.
if you don't take Rosh now, I'm gonna destroy my items. If you guys don't sit behind me, I'm gonna destroy my items. Like that kind of stuff. Like I'm gonna make the right play, and like you can also say I'm gonna attack Rosh until I die, and it's your fucking fault if you don't show up. Like that's another way of getting it done. Like just, or hopefully your team is like, you know, they say stuff like, yes, we should Roshan. Like that would be nicer. All right. So now here's a good point in the game. You guys are playing on this triangle, which I really like. Hopefully, I think I've explained this a lot. Is like, you know, I think this is what I said for Bible Man. Is all right. So let's talk about this cutting here, right? This is mostly going to be for Bible Man, not for you, right? But like, you don't want Bible Man.
I do cutting here as well. That's why I sit in the triangle, just cut the bottom wave.
Yeah. You're doing a good job, right? You don't want Bible Man here because we want to give people access to this wave. We want it to push out a little bit so that the enemy kind of comes out here. Like so like cutting this is, you know, it actually isn't important, and realistically you can't be in 3 lanes at once. You can only, because you control this triangle right here, you could be in 2.
Control mid and bot.
Yeah. And as soon as you go over here, like you're overextending, and it's a pretty big grief. You know, like you guys are 12k ahead. You guys, the only way you lose is if you're isolated. Yeah. So I mean, like as a team thing, you guys should totally be like together when you're ahead. Like, you know, he's basically I mean, we can see, we know what happens. I think he dies. Yeah. Maybe team's like, hey, look at this guy. He also had a chance to rules, but whatever. So now you're useless. You guys can't fight for like 50 seconds.
Yeah. Makes you just feel bad.
So let's see how, you know, you pressure. I don't think you can. I guess you can kill this guy, sure. Lucky sentry, nice. Yeah, 100%. You know, like you just need to be here, and then probably sieging this, especially once Troll gets a couple items. I mean, Troll's not. Yeah, you don't have any. You don't have items to high ground yet. Yeah. Unless you dive and like murder everybody. Nice, force BKB.
I popped his BKB, so that's what we use to go high ground then.
Yep, that makes sense. You have Aegis, you have Illusion Runes, so you can like, you know, Manta dodge something. Does Sirius have a ward? Does Lena have a ward? No. It's okay. Sirius is coming up here though, so this looks like a good play. Nice. This guy's no survivability. It's good.
I was just sort of dominant.
Yeah, so there's really, like, if I'm looking at your play, there's really, like, you know, one major problem, and that's this Bloodstone not being a BKB.
Yeah, I agree.
There was team play, like, issues, so, like, not roshing, and, not necessarily taking objectives in, like, a logical manner. Let's see if I, actually, wait, no, probably this Razor game is probably better. Is it? We win. It's an Arc Warden game, though, so it's a little different.
True.
Oh, well, I mean, here, I'll show you my itemization, I guess. So, like, it sucks going BKB. Like, it really does. It doesn't, like, it's not fun. It's not, like, it's not a sexy item. It's,
I kind of disagree. I feel like BKB is pretty fun, because you can just zip in and not give a shit about whatever they do.
It's a good point.
But, at least on Storm Spirit.
I guess. Well, I mean, nobody likes to build it. Everybody likes to build fucking, like, items that, like, you know, increase your farming speed. Like, you know, like, if I'm playing Naga, like, I want a butterfly over a BKB.
That's very true. Naga does really suck to build a BKB.
Yeah, it really does. Naga's just a pretty shit hero right now. Okay, so like, here's this is like the itemization that I was talking about, and hopefully this is going to be, you know, like, relevant to you. So I'm playing this Razor. I'm just gonna go 8 times. And I'm just gonna talk. So like, one of our viewers says that BKB is like a condom versus a farming item, which is like Viagra. I don't understand what it means, but it's pretty funny. Okay, so here's an example of like literally the itemization I'm talking about. I'm playing a Razor, right? I'm against like Slardar, Winter Wyvern, Snapfire, Puck. So I literally don't spend any fucking money on useless items.
Yeah. Like Falcon Blade XD?
Yeah, exactly. So I literally rush travels. Like this would be equivalent of you rushing Orchid, right?
Yeah.
Like I am going for the item. I'm not like I'm a lane dominator, you know. Like what do I need a Falcon Blade for? What do I need a Wraith Band for? I'm just gonna kill people anyways. Like, I'll smack them and they die. Like, who cares? So like literally, I don't spend any money. Like I get infused raindrops. That's it. You know, like that's it. And then I'm gonna get like a 9-minute or something like stupid fucking boost travels. Yeah, okay, purchase it, arrives in 10 minutes. Oh, we're gonna die. But still, you know, like, so now I'm online, like, you know, now I can just run at people. I just TP back and I'm like, you know, unkillable. I have all this damage. I get kills. If I had gone Wraith Band, Falcon Blade, like, you know, stupid
small items.
Yeah, I'm not getting this booster travel. I'm not gonna. My TP cooldown might not be up. Like, you know, like, I might get another kill and like, you know, because this cuts the TP cooldown right by from 75. What's the regular TP? 80 to 40. Okay, so
yeah.
Same thing for Orchid. Like, just rush fucking Orchid sometimes. I know you had an idea of the game, like the DP being better or something. I don't know. Like, that's a bit of a tricky situation.
I also definitely, when it comes to like laning and whatnot, I think of laning itemization as like, I don't get small items to help me win, help me in a lane where I'm doing bad. I usually get them to like help me further dominate a lane I'm already winning, which maybe that's the wrong.
Yeah. You might as well just get your good items.
Yeah, because I guess like if you think about it, right? If I'm already dominating the lane with what I have, I don't need more to do it. More.
Probably fine, exactly.
Makes sense.
And here, you know, I'm just rushing BKB. Not doing anything. I'm just literally rushing BKB. Like, when you're playing a Storm, when you're playing, you know, an Ember Spirit, maybe Ember's a bad example, but like, when you're playing a hero who doesn't really need items to do the things that they do, like, and just go BKB. Same with Storm. Like, just Bloodstone doesn't help you that much.
No.
It's actually probably just a bad item in general.
I mean, I usually don't even go in this one.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't get to buy it anymore. So, you know, it feels good to do it sometimes. It usually ends up being like Yules and then Orchid, or just Orchid if I can afford to, and then after that I get like a BKB or Kivos or something like that.
You know, on Storm, I think that there's like, I get slapped this game. I get so slapped.
Hey, you have an Arc Ward and you're basically pause 2 anyways.
I know.
That's why I play Arc.
Give me this BKB. Alright, I want to see what I just want to stay in this play to see what I do with BKB first. Okay, I get my BKB, immediately run. Ah, yeah, the Winter Wyvern fucks me up. Piece of shit, Winter Wyvern. Ah, well, Arc's free farming. Whatever. Safe Arc Warders. Alright.
Beating against pretty hard feels weird.
Okay, so let's go back to you. And in terms of like, so this replay really doesn't show me that much, because it is such a stomp.
Yeah.
Like you held #1 net worth for the most part. So like there were a couple things that are really glaring. Your pressure on the map was actually quite good, better than before. But your objective taking and like shot calling, I guess, was like too influenced by your teammates.
Yeah.
when Storm gets his Orchid, like
this is a very, very big power spike.
Yeah, and Dota should be like, you know, optimally the hero with the most power in the game, like the most the strongest. Yeah, you make the decisions exactly. So like maybe you're pause 5 or pause 4 or something or whatever. Like, you know, maybe they can literally determine who the strongest person is, and then they do stuff based off that. But like when you get this Orchid, which is here, okay, right? You now need to be doing stuff, like, you know, and be, but like being the active person saying, we are going to kill this next, we are going to kill this next. Like your team is running towards the centaur, go fuck them up. Fuck the centaur up, let's go, right? Done, nice. Cool. Now you say, all right, hit the tower, just smack the tower, right?
Yeah.
And then let's talk. We'll just talk like generic. So yeah, your homework is basically going to be to follow like a set of criteria for if you can do something. So you have priorities. You know, Roshan being like, you know, the biggest priority.
Yeah.
Can
after T1s are down anyway.
Yeah, and this tower. Like take Shrine. When you're Radiant, okay, I'm only going to talk about Radiant. Dire's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But like, can you take Roshan? And the answer would be like, yeah, if this outpost is taken, this tower's down, or there's like 3 people dead,
yeah.
Something like that, right? Or you can just sneak Roshan, whatever.
Yeah.
So then also for this tower, killing this tower, there's really one question is like, are people dead, or do you have Aegis? That's it.
Yeah.
And then once you kill this tower, like your objective is now take high ground, ignore the far lane, the enemy safe lane, and so same thing for here. Like if you're here, you ignore this, you wait for somebody to push out this lane, and then you say, look, they're fucking out of the base. You either kill them, or you just like, you know, go attack this tower, and then you have a 4v5. So like you're forcing 4v5s. You stand high ground. And you wait. If Bibleman goes over here, you say, hey, Bibleman, if you don't come back, I'm going to destroy my enemies. No. So, like, hopefully everybody is on board, like, you know, and you can take the time to kind of, like, you know, go through the replay, and hopefully this is what good teams would do, is you'd say, hey, listen, I want to show you what we did wrong as a team, and say this is a more, like, this is a better way of playing the game. It's, like, hanging out here, and then literally just like, you know, waiting for something bad to happen. So hopefully I can do this when I have my Void game. Let's see if I can show you. This was another Arc Ward game. This is what Frenzy plays.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can show you what I mean by that, where we literally do that. I don't know if we do.
Guess we're about to find out.
Yeah, I know. Let's go find out. So that's probably the homework. I think you did a really good job of shoving lanes. That's something that always needs to be like, you know, you're never going to be good enough at that.
Yeah.
It's always going to be like, you know, something that needs to work on. It's like a fundamental Dota skill. Right, so it's even here. Okay. All right, here we go. So how do we get in this spot? So I think we're, Oh, I see the DD. I have Aegis. So I see the DD. No, let's go kills the DD. All right, let's see if practice by breach. So like really, me and the axe should be like over here. Oh, I see the DD. Go for the DD. Oh, getting items. Ah well. Just grab everybody, kill them all. You can see we have 5 people here. Nobody was fucking pushing bottom. And we ended up winning a team fight. That's kind of nice. Kill 4 people, almost kill another. I don't think this is going to go very well. Okay, here's another example of... Where the fuck am I? I think we just run high ground when they're here. Yeah, not a good example. Okay, but definitely, yeah. Okay, so I think this session was mostly about rating your itemization, which needs to be worked on a little bit. So BKB is an amazing item from when you're ahead, so it lets you just go in and fucking blow people up. Now the other alternative, if you can't get this fast Orchid, you should be probably going Kaya Sange BKB or something like that. Kaya Sange is definitely a more comeback because it lets you tank up in fights and it lets you farm a little bit better than Orchid. Maybe not a little bit better, but like Orchid's gonna be useless when you're like, yeah, don't prolong this Orchid. If you're gonna go Orchid, like try and just go for it.
Yeah.
Like you might not even want to get boots.
No, yeah, I totally agree. There's a lot of Storm games where I do end up doing that. It's just, like I said, that whole thing where I think about winning lanes harder instead of accepting the fact that I'm already winning and getting other lanes that are going to win the game kind of thing. So.
Like, yeah, you're definitely using nulls, I think, in the reverse way. Like when you're behind, you want to go a couple nulls to start farming a little bit more in jungle. So start off the game, know what itemization you want to go, like optimal, and then pivot off that. And then for your high ground, I'm gonna put a step-by-step way of doing high ground. It's gonna be take your tier 1 towers, ignore the offlane T1, the enemy offlane T1, ignore the towers that are far away from ROSH. Make sure ROSH is the #1 priority. You're always thinking about how can I ROSH, especially when you're ahead. Like giving your strongest hero 2 lives is so important because the enemy only has so many spells. Like you only have so many ultimates, and so sometimes going against DP, going against Faceless Void, going against heroes that like Doom, for instance, right? Those heroes that have this ultimate that just absolutely crushes you. Like buyback is the only counter to them, and Aegis is a free buyback.
Yep.
So think about Roshan and the Aegis as the game-winning item. And you can only push the dangerous shit when you have Aegis. So I'll try and outline that. And so next session we'll look at a game where we'll try and identify a game where you execute that to some extent.
Okay.
And yeah, as for techniques to get your team to listen to you, one is say I'm gonna destroy my items if you don't fucking do it. Say that once a week. You can pull that one once a week.
Okay, that's good.
Otherwise your team's gonna hate you.
True.
All right. Just put them on the ground and be like, attack, cancel.
Yeah, of course.
Do you have any questions or anything you think that you'd like me to talk about?
Not at the moment necessarily.
Cool. So itemizations and objective taking. Your space creation and pushing waves was a lot better. You didn't get punished for it, so it was these.
Okay.
All right, GG's, brother.
GG's. Thank you for the replay review, as always, Mr.
Thanks,
Coach
buddy.
Doss.
Give me my fucking thumbnail.
I will.
All right, see ya.
See ya.